Imagine a world where banks were fully transparent with you. Well, today we're going to look at the difference between APR and APY. I'll explain to you why banks use one for saving interest and one for loan interest in a rather misleading way. There's only one letter difference between the two, but in many ways they're about as different as alcohol is from Gatorade. So hit that like button and let's get started. Hello, my name is Caleb and my goal is to teach you financially what you may have not been taught in school. The simple explanation of APR and APY is this. APY stands for annual percentage yield and takes into consideration compounding interest. On the other hand, APR stands for annual percentage rate and does not account for compounding interest. So why is APR generally associated with loans and debt while APY is generally associated with savings and CDs? Certificates of deposit, not compact discs. Need to fix my hair. The reason is that because APY takes compounding interest into effect, it's going to show a higher effective interest rate. So being the sneaky insert descriptive adjective that they are, banks use APY to describe savings account interest rates because it makes you feel better about the interest that you'll be receiving. All the while they use APR to detail loan interest because it doesn't give you a full picture as a borrower of money. Let's say Philo the fisherman has a $10,000 loan at 10% APR for his boat. Oh, she's a beaut. It would appear that $1,000 would be paid in loan interest every year if the loan amount didn't change. But if the loan is compounded on a daily basis instead of an annual basis, the actual interest rate that Philo will see will be $1,053 every year. That's a 10% APR versus a 10.53% APY. Well, leaping lures, I've been lied to my whole life. Don't hurt yourself with all that alliteration. See how this can be misleading? APR is used for loans and credit cards to show you misleadingly small interest rates so that the debt doesn't seem nearly as bad. APY is always the more accurate rate to consider. Now, if you called BS on misleadingly actually being a word in that recent sentence, I would have thought that you were correct, until I checked in with our video sponsor, the dictionary. It took me less than 2 seconds to find out that misleadingly is a legitimate adverb. 2 things I would not recommend doing with the dictionary. Reading the whole thing like Mr. Beast, probably not going to help you much with your vocabulary, though it might get you a viral video. And I would not recommend looking up definitions on the Urban Dictionary. It may be more enlightening than you'd like. Now, to be clear, APR and APY are applicable to both savings and loans. That's why your APY on your high yield savings account is higher than your interest rate on the same account. The interest rate is the same as APR and doesn't account for the compounding period. But in the way that APR and APY are used for your average Joe, they really are about as different as alcohol and Gatorade. While alcohol depletes the water in your body, Gatorade replenishes the water in your body. Seems kind of important since scientists are now finding that 70% of your body is made up of water. It's about the same with APR and APY. APR depletes your bank account of its money. APY replenishes your bank account with money. The only difference is that if your bank account is made up of only 70% money, you've got bigger problems than APR. Okay, it's not a bulletproof analogy. Just make sure that when you're looking at interest rates, you're comparing apples to apples, APY to APY. Never make a decision on a loan based on APR because you're not getting the full picture. To be clear, I'm not saying that all banks are bad. I'm not saying withdraw all your money and put it in your mattress. Okay, now it's safe. Many community banks are much better at being transparent and open with their customers. I'm just saying the differences between APR and APY and how they're used within the banking industry can be pretty misleading if you aren't careful. So, given that I don't have any money-related question, answer me this. What is your favorite birthday dinner? Yesterday we had the birthday dinner for my brother Josiah's 24th birthday, and we had homemade burgers, mac and cheese, cake, homemade ice cream. It was incredible. Shout out to my mom. Now, remember that money doesn't have to be confusing. You can control it. Okay, now I'm gonna walk out of here, change my shirt, and film another video like it's another day.